this beautiful evening. It's a Monday. I promised two things. Buya Monday ngizobalana. Sengilana ke manje. It's been a very, very long 2 weeks for me. I have been busy and I have been tired. I didn't go live at 6 o'clock tonight. I was just tired, I'm not gonna lie. So, good morning. I'm here. Ngizoba khona lana for the next 30 minutes to an hour. Thousand. Have people forgotten? I think people forgot that I said I'll be going live. I'll be going live tonight. I understand. I haven't been in contact with people for quite some time now. So, yeah, I understand. But I will wait for the next 30 minutes. And then after that 30 minutes I'll go to the room, because I do have a live chat room that I was going to start after this live at 1 o'clock, but I might start it sooner. So yes. Ngiyanibingelela kumuntu ongenile ke live, ngiyathokoza. Ngiyabingelela Esilwaneni. As I promised that when I'm done with work, I will go live on a Monday midnight. I was apologizing to people because it's been almost 2 weeks now without conducting any spiritual classes where, well, it's not spiritual classes. It's educational, yes, but it's not spiritual classes. There's no such thing as spiritual classes. But it's more of an enlightenment where you ease people into their becoming, where they understand themselves better and they understand what is going on with some of the things that they encounter. Umuntu has that awakening, if I may. In case uyaqala ukungena Esilwaneni, I know people ask why ngikhanuka, why ethethe English lo muntu. It's because I aim to educate the youth, and by targeting the youth, it is us that are most lost. So rather bridge the gap using a language that almost everyone understands. Because if I'm here speaking Nguni, there are little break-ins in the Nguni dialect where not everyone is going to understand what I'm saying. You see, so in case some of you are new in the live, please understand this. Some of those who are wondering who I am, yemituela, yemlesilwane, kunjalo magela, la kusesilwaneni. Some of you who are skeptical of the name, I can't help you. I really can't. Because ever since I started this program, people have been rather skeptical of the name. Funny thing, they're skeptical of the name and watch the content, and they say they find the content informative, yet they're still skeptical of the name. It's puzzling, but it's our reality. So, for those who are not familiar with who I am or what I do a lot of things. That's neither here nor there. But who I am, on the other hand, is a plain field. It's a plain field. I'm just a nobody who has taken a task that has been given to him, where I educate some and I help some. Spirituality, ubungoma. I am a licensed practitioner. I'm certified. I've been within the work for over 11 years now. So, yes. Purpose of these lives is to educate people. Some abathwasile, some abathwasayo, some abazothwasa, some who are in limbo, some who don't know what's going on with themselves, some don't know if they are coming or going. So yeah, that is what I do when I spend time sitting here as Esilwaneni. I seek ways in giving people a better understanding of what spirituality is, African spirituality, just to be specific, because if you go to different places in the globe, many people understand spirituality in different ways. So when I say African spirituality, we believe in ancestral teachings, translations. So when I say African spirituality, that is exactly what I mean, where we appreciate our ancestral becomings, the teachings, the history, the knowledge passed down mouth to mouth with us. Yes, because to us it was spoken word type of knowledge, where we never wrote most of our knowledge down. That too is neither here nor there. But African spirituality is ancestral teachings, as far as I am concerned. So it is my duty. It is my duty, or I feel it is, to educate people who are in the same field as I. For those abathwasile ngithi nithwase wrong or anazi lutho, ngisho nje ukuthi I say things. If you've watched my videos, you'll know that I say things that most years I'm shy away from. Most abantu abathwasayo don't know mhla umuntu wathwasa. Abanye bangena ekuthwaseni, umuntu wathwasa yoqede ngazange aze lutho ngendima yokuthwasa wakhe nokuphila kwakhe kulendvo. So, and reason why I'm doing this is because in the 11 years in Khandi Mbogodeza, I've encountered a pattern of, or a series of events where people are complaining around about the same thing in the same way, different places. I was like, okay, so clearly someone is giving people information that is misleading in a way, confusing. So I hope I undo some of the things that have been done. Some are beyond me. I promised people that I will use this time to help abantu abafamiliar ne-process yokuphahla. If you have watched my videos and you have followed my page, you will know that I did educate people in what ukuphahla is, why ukuphahla is, and what people should do mhla umuntu aphahla. So if a person here is familiar with isimo sokuphahla, this be the hour I will use to converse with that person, enlighten them in how better they could phahla. And this hour will be more practical. That's why I chose to change the time frames, because some people are suffering from insomnia, so some people aren't sleeping. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to change the times. Some people don't sleep. Yeah, you. Some people don't sleep. So be this a best time, or the best time, to conversate with someone, to answer questions better. Because I've seen one thing around that 6 o'clock time frame, that if I'm not busy, people complain on my DMs or inbox, whatever you call them. They complain that mina impossible live cool. I wanted to ask this and that, and then I'm like, okay, I've understood that the time is rather awkward for some. and I'm up most of the time. So I was like, why not? Why not do it this time maybe? I said to people, I'll try it out for a week or two and see if it works. But I'll try and juggle both the times, 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock. I'm hoping it's going to work. I'm not sure. I'm hoping it's going to work. I'm hoping it's going to work. So, yes. Uluhlu lokuphahla. Why am I choosing this to be the hour yokuthetha or ukukhuluma ngokuphahla? There is something Nguni people understood that relieved a certain sense of themselves under the moon. So I think it's because almost everything, even the wind, gets settled at this time. So Nguni people understood this time to be the time to connect to self, where everything else sleeps. 90% of your subconscious is awake. So almost the majority of who you are at the time is awake. So there's no in between as far as amaxesha are concerned. There is no format in which umuntu aphahla ngakhona. Like there's no rules ukuthi kumele uphahle ngo-12, kumele uphahle ngo-1 or 3 or 4 or 6. It's not like time is irrelevant when it comes to uphahla. Uphahla is more of a feeling than it is a practice, if I may. Because I say practice because it's something you learn to perfect. It's like learning to talk to self without holding back. It's like when you climb up on stage. First time on stage, even if you know exactly what you want to say, you will lack the words of translation or lack a better projection of what you want to say. And it doesn't take away from the fact that you know what you want to say and exactly how you want to say it. It's just that you're walking yourself into a place where a sense of I don't want to say it's unfamiliar. I don't want to say it's unfamiliar, but it is. I think the best way to translate it is it is unfamiliar. So it's a rather tap and go type situation. So if you do it more often with a relaxed state of mind, you don't overthink everything you say. And another thing I've said to people, Maupasha, stop being formal. People think being formal gives power. It doesn't. It does not. Rather be honest than be formal. Rather be honest than be formal. Rather speak truth of yourself within yourself and just be unorthodox. Don't have a way of speaking, because now people fail to accomplish the truth in indima yokuphahla because they want to formalize uphahla. I understand that most of the people who want to formalize uphahla have religious understandings of what uphahla is. Many people who understand uphahla understand it with a mentality that is uphahla is praying, which is it's not. It's not. Uphahla, you are giving recognition to existence. You are recognizing your own becoming. That before there was me, there was ubaba kababa, umkhulu, ukhokho, abobaba umkhulu, etc. Your forefathers. So, uphahla, you are giving recognition to existence. You are acknowledging the fact that they were before you were. And now you are projecting truth into you being now. I don't have better words to explain this, because if I did, it would be a paragraph long. I don't want to do that. But I've said it before, that you recognize existence. Hence uphahla uzothi ngugajeni ngubani abanye bazothi ngunoyaba ngubani. You're acknowledging those people by name because they actually were. So I'm not saying to people who are familiar with praying or who pray to stop praying, but rather converse with self if you're stepping into uphahla. Familiarize yourself with talking to yourself and being honest with yourself. I think that is the best way to describe how umuntu should get into uphahla. And if uphahla ungathwasi, stop this thing of copying abantu abathwasile and say things such as bantu abadala bogogo nomkhulu. Stop that. Stop it. It defines stupidity to say something you don't understand. I'm sorry to put it that way. But you lose the truth if you say something you don't understand. If awathwase abogogo nomkhulu, yeke leyo nto mntanami, yeke. It's not yours. And if you do not know ukuthi uthokoza is used where and when, don't. If you don't know ukamaku is used, what it means, when it's used, how it's used, don't. I know a lot of Zangoma who would bite my head off for what I've just said, but I'm helping you. Awatwase. So abogogo nomkhulu, leave that. Acknowledge who you are. And who you are is not abogogo nomkhulu. Leave that shit. Leave that. Stop abogogo nomkhulu. Bantu abadala, mathambalela ukuthula. No. Stop those things. Stop those things. Those are jargons for people who are in that field. Don't. I'd rather not say what I don't know. Hence, I don't dwell on praying because I don't pray. I do not pray. I don't understand what prayer is. It was introduced to me, but I'm okay with learning what it is because it serves no significance in who I am. I've understood uphahla, and everything in uphahla kwam is proof of existence. The fact that I'm here is proof of existence. It needs no confirmation. So stick to what you know. It's like wanting to study something and rushing to know those things before you are even in varsity. You are using law jargons and you're not even a lawyer yet. And you don't know when those jargons are used. So don't. Just be honest. Ngingubani. Ngihlukumezeka kulokhu nalokhu. Bani owazali ubani kabani. Ngihlangabeze kulokhu nalokhu. Kukhona umuntu okanje uyangivakashela ungikhulumela lokhu nalokhu. Lento engikhulumela yona mina angiyazi. Ngibekene esimeni ukuthi lento eningibikela yona neningikhulumela yona mihla nemalanga ngiyazi ukuthi yini. You did not say please. You did not say bantu abadala. You did not say bogogo nomkhulu. You did not use all of these jargons, all of these terms. Rather not use terms you do not understand. Don't use terms you do not know. Not that there's anything bad with the terms. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing bad with the terms. But what's wrong with this is that you don't know what you're saying. You don't know what you're doing. So you're walking into a territory that you know nothing of and you're saying too much about. Hello? So I always say to people, be honest. Be honest. If it annoys you, if you're familiar with uphahla, meaning unomsamo or you have a place lapho uphahla khona, okay, outside the formalities, the part where you are being honest gives power kwindima uphahla ngayo. The fact that you're being honest gives power kwindima uphahla ngayo. Hence, you allow yourself to be mhla ukwispace esikanje. If lento yakuhlukumeza, project indlela ekuhlukumeza ngakhona. Ungaqokobi la and be all formal here trying to be dignified. Idlozi alukungeni una 25 noma ungathwasa una 25. Idlozi alukungeni una 25. Le bantu bakhona mhla uzalwa. So come on, if I'm saying to you that le bantu bakhona the day uzalwa, and when you are not in this space, you are a rude person. Usebenzisa terms like futhek, like, and then uyafika la, you are being all no man, no. Uzomangala when uphahla into iphahlelayo ungayitholi. Uzomangala muphahla idlozi lingasabeli, Because you're not being honest, you're not being sincere. You're being something that they don't recognize. Because you learned from such and such's video that mawumude phahla uyabhabhadisa. Some of you do this. Buza umuntu, mntanami wenzani? Kukhona ithwasa lami. I won't say when, where, and which. The day wayebingelele igudlile umntwana uyabhabhadisa, ngibuza umntwana ubhabhadisa yini lento yenzayo. She explained ukuthi wayibona kuphi, and she saw me doing it. So she thought it would be appropriate for her to do it too. First week amungenile igudlweni, so uyabhabhadisa, awazi ukuthi ubhabhadiselani, awuyazi lento yenziwa mhlakuthini, awuyazi yenzelwani, awazi lutho, kodwa uyabhabhadisa. Itandla ituru kwesinye. Wenzani? What are you doing? Wenzani? You see, so leave the formalities for people who know what they're doing. Hence, if some of you have seen my previous videos where I talk about uphahla, some of you even asked me about candles. I told you nothing about candles. Uphahla is older than time. Uphahla was there before candles were invented. So there's no certain passage that I would get from a candle. I use a candle as a point of reference. What we call in isiGalega umfuziselo. Umfuziselo ngoba a candle reflects or resembles light. So umfuzisela ngayo. To give translation as to what I want exactly. Ngita khanye endleleni yami bemhlophe benje ngeqhweleli phezu kwendaba. Ngiyaphahla. Angithi ukhulume leyo nto awazi ukuthi ngithini. It's none of yours. Relax. Usho mina thukela. Ngithi Makela. Useyimi futhi. Ngifikile ngifuna umsebenzi. Aqwala abantu kule ndawo. Angene omunye emveni komunye. Abangeni bephethe imali lapha. Makela ngifuna kusebenza. Ngifuna kukhanda imbokode yesa. Ngifuna kulunge le ndleleni yami njalo. Kuze kube kuhle Makela. Nali ekhandlela lele. Ngithi akukhanye endleleni yami bemhlophe benje ngeqhwaleli phezu kwendaba. I'm speaking that into existence. Did you hear me saying Mandabadala, Matambalela ukuthula, and all of the other nonsense that you guys say? No. I'm being I'm being my own truth. I'm being honest to myself. And I can't fool these guys. I can't fool Lebanjo. I can't do that. They made me who I am. So why project something that I'm not? I speak everything that I want into existence. I command my becoming. I say exactly what I want, how I want it. I don't sebeza. I don't papatiza. I know when to papatiza. I know where I should papatiza. This, I know where I do that. There's a time for that. There's a time for that. When I'm speaking self into existence, I don't do that. I need no other sound barrier that could break this vibration. I want this vibration to be clear as sound. Why Babatis on top of it? Yeah. Welcome to Esilwaneni. That's another thing you're going to learn about me. I might contradict almost everything you've learned. And I can prove it to be nonsense. Because those who've taught you don't tell you why you're doing it. They just tell you to do it. And I don't believe in blind faith. I don't believe in blind faith. Person who says phahla, clap your hands like this, flick your fingers, and you don't ask them why. You're doing this, you don't know why you're doing it. You're doing this, you don't know why you're doing it. Uyagaqa, awuzazi ugaqelana. Ulayita ikhandlela. Mbuzo ulayita ikhandlela for what? Some people have told me, hi, eli blue ngumakhulu, eli pink. I was like, yeah, okay, all right. And people get offended. I'm like, motherfucker, you shouldn't get offended. I should be offended. Number one, candles are not that old. Candles are of 1700s. And we've been paddling, I don't know for how long. So we've been paddling before candles were invented. Number one, that's point number one. Point number two, candles with different colors were invented late 1800s. And you are telling me now when uphatla ikhandlela elipinki because it represents your umakhulu wakho. Are you high? Alright? Or you are saying, no, like the ikhandlela eli brown because it represents amagedla, so ngiphathela abantu abangobaba. No, man, no, shit, no. You have to understand, even though when uphahla ubiza umakhulu wakho who passed away in 1980 something, there might be people abaphahle wena who are older than her, abakuvakashela on a daily, who don't recognize some of the modern things that you use blindly without understanding as to why you're using them. And if ikhandlela is not your point of reference as to resemble a way of light, then why are you using ikhandlela? Abanye would tell me, hayi ikhandlela ngilisebenzisa eli blue ngoba they represent amanzi, and like, oh fuck. But yeah, ngiyalalela ke. I'm only saying it now, but when I hear these things, I'm like, nah. And you can tell when you're saying something to someone and they're not gonna receive what you're saying. They're like, this person will not understand this. So you save your energy and you just keep quiet. Like, okay. Some people are like, you've been a sangoma so long, but why wouldn't you know that ikhandlela eli beige, like, lapha engithase khona asilisebenzisi. And I think that is the most logical answer that I could give a person, because I don't want to insult them and I don't want to crush, because I will crush them. So I'd rather not. I'm like, yeah, okay, I hear you. It's sad. I only tell people who say, Baba, why are we using khandlela kanje? And then I tell you, no man. Kumhla ngisenza lokhu nalokhu ya, ngizosebenzisa ikhandlela kanje. Why ungasebenzisa ikhandlela baba namhlanje? Kungoba mbanami, today what I'm doing does not require ikhandlela. Baba kungani ungalayita impepho wena mhla uphahla? Kungoba lento engiyenzayo manje ayidingi impepho. Baba, why umuntu mhla iphupha kabi elayita impepho angazi? Because I'll tell you one thing. Lighting papers. Yeah. Lighting paper. Until the day you understand ukuthi impepho ishuqelwani, ishiselwani. Impepho liphunga lokulanda ukusondeza izingi zemoya. Quote unquote, izingi zomoya. It doesn't matter which kind. Hello? Yes. I know. People are gonna watch this video and they are gonna cuss, and some of them are gonna punch their phones. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I understand. If you hear this and you get annoyed by me, I understand. I totally understand. I totally understand. Kodwana, sage, any form of sage, liphunga lokusondeza isingi somoya. Nonjani. So whatever nto ibikuyithi izoqhubekeka mfana. Ihlale nca. Because impepho was never meant to put us into the dark. I don't know who taught you that, but clearly someone is feeding you guys something, and nina niyahobolozela. And when you're a person, you have to be a strainer. Ube umuntu ohluzayo, uyahluza. Awukhongozeli every information. Khongozela every information, but funeke usefe right, wrong, khuphe eceleni le wrong. Tsana khathini bafane nqabe thukele amalala. Ngiyabonga. Angiphethe lutho. I'm just here to talk to you guys. Oh, another thing, muntu mephahla. Okay, as I said, if uqhelile uphahla unamakhandlela, whomever uthe kuwe phahla ngamakhandlela, please ask them to help you understand why usebenzisa ikhandlela. If they say iba namanzi, ask why. Just ask. If you have a family member as someone that is giving you advice, ask. Just ask. Alright, kutheni ngisenza lento? You see? Because I don't have a problem nomuntu olayitha ikhandlela, but I do have a problem nomuntu olayitha ikhandlela angayazi ulayithelana. You see? So, and another thing, don't approach uphahla with a religious methodology or ideology, any other ideology. Don't phahla with a religious understanding. For instance, the closing your eyes mentality. Please don't have that. Don't do that. Nah. I'm not against it, but rather you not do it. But if it works for you, if something says to you, vala mahlo, then it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But I don't know anything about it, so I can't say much. Hello, mother. Thokoza ma.
Hello.
Ninjani mama?
Sivukile wena.
Vukile nami yoko. Ulele ne?
Uke buthongweni. Wethu.
Oh ma. No, apha ne ndifezekisa isithembiso sami apha sokuthi ndizoba nazo i-lives ebusuku ne. Ngilungiselela abantu abaphahlayo ngala maxesha. Uyaqonda? Abanye andizobaphahlisa per se. Konje ndiyafuna abantu ba-understand uba umntu mhla ephahla uphahlela ntoni, ziintoni emakazenze mhla ephahla, ziintoni emakangazezi mhla ephahla. So ndiyaqala ke loo nto namhlanje. Matsix, ndiyabulela nyoko. Ndiyabulela nangona kumnyama nje ndiyaqonda ubana noba sowulele nolala. Mna ke ndisindwa bobuthongo ngoku, so I'm just recapping ezinye zezinto ebendizithethile nabantu nezinye izinto abantu abafuna ukuziqonda with regards to ukuphahla, ukuthwasa, ukuvakashelwa nayo yonke into. Uyaqonda? Kakhulu mani. Buza ntombi okanye ndiqhubekeke?
Ndizawumamela mkhulu.
Kakhulu. Good night ke Matsix.
Night.
Okay. Thokozani Magela. Nantsi ke enye into ke Magela ekumele ube kanti siyaqaphelana nayo. Ndicelile kubantu ndathi ndiyacela, don't use religious methodologies mhla uphahla, and ungakopi izinto ezenziwa sangoma. Yena laa mntu ozenzayo ezi zinto uzitreyinele ezaa zinto. Uyaqonda? Yena uyayazi ukungani sithi thokoza, uyayazi ukungani sithi bantu abadala, abantu abalele ukuthula, futhi uyayazi nethembu yabantu abalele ukuthula uyisebenzisa mhla ekephi. Ngoba mhla usemakhosini okanye usendumbeni okanye usemsamo, ezaa zinge zomoya, we regard them as living, so we address them as living. Uyaqonda? Apho senza khona umfuziselo apho esikhanganya amathamba alele ukuthula, siwakhanganya amathamba alele ukuthula esibayeni. Apho ke kudala amathamba vele bewelala khona. Uyaqonda? Ngoba bekudla ngokunatyiswa kudala ixhego lalapha ekhaya okanye almost wonke umntu omdala walapha ekhaya angcwatyelwe eduzane nobuhlanti. Uyaqonda? Laa mfuziselo ke ngokuthi mathamba alele ukuthula iba ziinkafulo ezithethwa ngumntu ongena esibayeni okanye osondela kulaa ndawo inamathamba alele ukuthula. Uyaqonda? Kukhona isifo sabantu abasebenzisa ii-terms abangazaziyo uba zisetyenziswa phi okanye zisetyenziswa mhla kutheni. Uyaqonda? Buthi xa ufika apho amathambo anabe khona kube lapho ke ngoku okhankanya kanye laa ndima akuwo. Uyaqonda? Ezinye ke izinto ke ndizothini na, xa uzawuthi ke mathamba amhlophe okanye mathamba atheni, ifana nokulilizela xa umntu ethetha laa nto. Umntu kuxa ekhahlela kakhulu phezu kwale nto ayithethayo. Uyaqonda? laa feeling yoba umntu abe neqhayiya xa umntu ethetha into, uyaqonda. Kungakho nje besithi noba umntu uyawathetha loo magama awathethele phezulu, akawabisi xa ewathetha la magama, ngoba kaloku sisimo sokukhahlela esiya, uyaqonda. Kukhona ke ngoku abantu abazosebenzisa ezo terms emakhosini okanye entombeni, uyaqonda, apho kukhona izimi zomoya eziqubayo, uyaqonda. Ndiyaqonda ke konje uba abantu benziwa kukuqhela ukuthetha okanye yilaa nto yokubona mhlawumbi umntu obeyazi le nto eyithetha ngolaa hlobo, nawe uwabone la magama edingeke uba mawathethwe ngolaa hlobo ngoba ucinga wena kusaphose la magama athethwa ngolaa hlobo, kanti ayinjalo loo nto, uyaqonda, kanti ayinjalo mama, uyaqonda. Apha emakhosini, apha kwezi zimi zomoya, amathamba le luthula andiyisebenzisi noyisebenzisa loo the, uyaqonda. Ndiyazi ke uba kukhona ezinye izangoma who would beg to differ, uyaqonda, but ke I challenge that too, uyaqonda, ngoba I still stand to be corrected, kodwana le into endiyithethayo ingangolu hlobo, uyaqonda. Kukhona ii-terms ngoku endifumanisa uba spiritual person people okanye umuntu othwasayo okanye a spiritual individual, kungako bendisithi person ngoba bendithetha nge-individual. A spiritual person now has a tendency of ukuqokelela zonke ezi terms acinga yena uba ziyahlonipha. Ndiyaqonda ubana inhloso yakhe intle yona, i-idea yakhe intle yona, because shem umuntu ufuna uhlonipha, uyaqonda. Aphele ke ngoku apha ekuhlonipheni kwakhe ethetha ke ngoku izinto eziyenza le ndlela yakhe yenjenje ke ngoku, because kaloku uhlonipha gqitha. Aphele esebenzisa ke ngoku ii-terms acinga uba yena ziyahlonipha, phofu ziyahlonipha konje azenzelwanga le nto umhlawumbi athetha yona, uyaqonda. Ngoba awunothi kaloku mhla apho bekhona ithuna ufike uthethe ngokunyakamisa kulaa ndawo, ngoba kaloku kulaa ndawo uyele ukuyopay respect, uyaqonda, uyele ukuyothulula phezu kwethu laa nto ubana umntu afike achole wetsi phaa kulaa ndawo. Loo nto ethi ke ngoku ufuna laa moya okulaa ndawo uhlale uzole ngangolaa hlobo, uyaqonda. So zikhona nje ii-terms ezininzi ezisetyenziswa ngabantu azive umntu somewhere i-term yokuhlonipha wayibona yena ilungile uba mayihloniphe mhlawumbi le inkqubo athetha phezu kwayo, iphele iba rongo ke ngoku yonke laa nto. Kungako mna ndisithi ke ngoku xa ungumntu ophahlayo okanye ungumntu osandangena mhlawumbi ekuthwaseni, funda into yoba mawunyaniseke wena qha esiqwini sakho. Uthi noba usandongena ekuthwaseni sufuna ungxama ngothi mathambo camakho, ntontoni, uthethe zonke ezaa zinto. Wena thetha le nto inyaniswa kakuwe, ndifuna le, ndifuna lena, ndifuna lena, ndingubani mna, ndingubani, ndize apha nje kungoba ndinesizathu esinje nesinje nesinje nesinje. Ndifuna nindiphelekezele abantu abadala kule ndlela endihambayo engolu hlobo, nindihlangabeze futhi kwizinto endizawugqwethana nazo nendizawuhlangabezana nazo mna kule ndlela, nindiphelekezelele, nindiphahle kuloko. Awukhange ube usithi camaku bantu abadala ube uthethe exactly le nto uyayifuna kubantu abadala, uyaqonda. Sometimes imbeko iphelele kulaa ndaweni enyaniso kuphela. Abantu ke ngoku bafuna ukukopa igqirha lakhe, umntu xa engena ekuthwaseni ave igqirha lakhe lithetha ngolu hlobo, ufuna ukukopa igqirha lakhe walithetha ngolu hlobo, aphele ke ngoku ethetha into engangqamaniyo nale, uyaqonda. Adane ke ngoku xa ii-results sele engaziboni, athi hayi mani, ubaba yena nje ephahla ngolu hlobo asatyelwe, kutheni na xa ndiphahla ngolu hlobo ndingasatyelwa? Kungoba wena uthetha into ethethwa ngubaba,
awuthethi into enyaniseke apha kuwe, awuthethi le nto ifuna wena okanye iqononondise nawe, uyaqonda. So yinto endizama ukuyophula eziqondweni zabantu ezo. Noba umntu mhlawumbi kukhona igqirha kowabo okanye naye usandokungena ekuthwaseni, ngaske angenzi izinto kube zibona zisenziwa xa engayazi uba loo nto, uyaqonda. Kunjalo ke mama, ufika ke kudala ndiyiqhuba le nqwele, uyaqonda. Ufika kudala ndiyiqhuba le nqwela, benditsho ndathi ndizawuhlala apha 30 minutes to an hour. I-hour yam ke ithe yafikelela ekupheleni mzali, ithe yafikelela ekupheleni mzali. Ndizawuphinda kodwa ngoba ndiyaqonda uba abantu ngoku kuzawufuneka ndibazise, uyaqonda, uba ndizawuqhuba ngangolu hlobo ngoba iyandibetha le nto yasemini. Emini ndibabhizi okanye abanye abantu basemsebenzini, iye ndiphazamisa nje kakhulu, uyaqonda, ngoba abanye bangena mhlawumbi sele ndizawugqiba, umntu afune ukugqibezela. Ngoba if uyakhumbula ke live yam yokugcina ugogo uNomvula ndithe xa ndiphuma mawabe kungona ebuza umbuzo, futhi wabuza umbuzo omde, uyaqonda, but kuba umntu ndifuna ukumxolisa ndaphela ndizama ukuwuphendula lo mbuzo, uyaqonda. So ngoku ndifikelela esimeni sokuthi uba mandizame at least ndifumane ixesha apho endiyazi uba ngoku uba umntu kwenzekile uba angalali ke ngeli xesha, ibe lixesha lam naye eli, kwenzele othi uyaphahla ngeli xesha athi sele ebuya ekuphahleni ndithi mamelana, inkqubo yokuphahla ithi, athi omnye naye nali ithongo lithi. Kodwa ke andifuni ukhankanya kakhulu indaba yamathongo ngoba andifuni, ithongo liyi-confidential. Ithongo lifana nemvumisa, ayonto ungavela uyidize nje, uyaqonda. Ewe umhlawumbi ndizothi xa ndixela ithongo lomnye umntu kufumanisa uba ndinceda nomnye, but imbeko yalaa mntu ndiyakholwa kukuyibamba ngoba ayonto ovela udisayide ufuna uyikhafula nje nanjani na, uyaqonda. But zikhona izinto endingaze ndizithethe ukukhawulelana nabantu ke abahlukumezwa ngamathongo okanye abavakashelwayo, uyaqonda. Zizinto ezo endizawuzama kanye ngeli xesha, uyaqonda. Nabo nothi unovuka ngeli xesha avuke ndi-online ngoku ndibhizi ngangolu hlobo, avuke nento ayicaphulayo ngokuba hayi mani ndigqiba ukubona into enje nanje 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 nanje, ndithi makandibambe bucala ndizokwazi ukuhoyana naye, uyaqonda. Kukanjalo mani, kukanjalo. Banomhle, kuhlwele ngoku nto, ndiyema ke ngoku kule ndawo. Nilale kakuhle mzali. Thokoza.